Yeah, you talked about surrendering. Was it that you started to surrender and that's when it sort of started to dissolve that dark world and you sort of came back to life or into the light? Or
it was very slow. The coming out wasn't just like one moment, the next morning I woke up and boom, yeah, I'm back. It wasn't like that. It was very slow. It's like if you think of a butterfly or something coming out of the cocoon, it was a process. I needed to really hammer myself out of that cave and get out of that cave. And you know what was frustrating at times was that just when I thought, okay, oh, finally I'm completed, I've reached it, yay! And then 2 weeks later, I'm starting to feel a bit better. And then 2 weeks later, boom, back into that hole. And I'm like, oh. And eventually even the frustration surrendered. Eventually even the part of me that was complaining surrendered. And when it happened again and again and again and again, it just became an experience. It was just an experience. And even though I didn't understand the purpose of it, I could say, you know what? It's just an experience. I don't know why, but I trust that it will benefit me. I trust that it is in the highest benefit of my path and for my purpose going forward. And it truly, truly, truly was. And just like you said, the path, the level of the depth of self-mastery and the experience that I had is not what everyone will experience. It's very rare, actually, but I was meant to teach it in a way that will help people, no matter which level they are on. If they can just learn to let go, stop the trying to stop the fixing, and align to the soul self instead of the personality self that thinks it's broken, your consciousness will begin to expand. These tools can serve everyone, and you'll find that the joy, the happiness, the completed feeling is within yourself. It truly, truly, truly is. It is a vibration. It is a level of consciousness. It is the coming home to yourself. And when you reach that point, everything opens up to you. Everything opens up to you. I'm saying that twice now because the second time was meant directly for you, Yannicka. When I said everything opens up to you, this always happens. It always happens when I get individual messages, but it's just a deeper level of surrender for you.
like for me?
You, when you reach that deeper level of surrender, Yannicka, I see two things in your vortex of creation, two specific things. I see a partner, I see a child. That is meant to be yours. It has to be. It already exists. It already exists, Yannicka. Open yourself up to receive. Accept everything just as it is. Be okay with being okay right now. Be okay with everything as it is right now, as messy, as unclear as it is. Just let go. Allow yourself to come into union with yourself. That you desire, it already exists. If I'm looking down a timeline, it's there. You are in the process of aligning with that right now. Surrender. Radical acceptance of what is. Don't fight what is now. Accept what is right now.
Yeah, right now I'm fighting my age.
Your age.
My age.
No. Now you see, that is also just a man-made belief and thought, a collective limiting belief.
You think so with a child?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you, if a child is meant to be in your life, it will be. It will be.
Wow, that is so interesting because Riana, I'm still recording and I was just going to ask you about this after we had finished recording. And then you start reading me exactly about, my deepest desires. Oh my goodness. Whew. I'm like so warm now. And,
You see, that is what happens when I'm in the channeling mode, and then unfortunately, I just have to step aside and allow the message to come through.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that.
Thank your higher self. Your higher self is really just speaking to you, reminding you.
Yeah. And surrendering is something I'm working with, if you can call it that. It's something that has come more and more to me, because I work with a lot of teachers. We make online programs, and Wisdom from North is all about different perspectives. And then in the midst of that, I, have my own investigations and wondering about things. And some teachers focus a lot on the manifestation process, and others are more about the surrendering. And to me, I've sort of moved more over to this surrendering part, this part where I feel that sometimes I feel like I've been knocking on the door so hard and it just never opens,
Yeah.
and wanting to open, but it's just not opening, while other doors are like, there it is. And like, so it seems like life is sort of bringing me where I should be. And I also think that, if I really desire something from my heart, and I was just actually feeling into this before we went into this interview, I just felt into this child, and I immediately started tearing up because it's just so vulnerable. I just felt so much love that I almost had to shut it down, because it was just too overwhelming for me, like to go into that desire. But I think maybe that desire is there because it actually is there for me. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense, would it? Like, desiring something so much, if it's not there, why would you desire it so much then? It's just where I'm at right now.
Yeah. And the surrender process naturally allows you to manifest the things within your heart, within your soul. You don't even have to focus, okay, I want a chocolate. I want a chocolate. You don't have to focus on the chocolate to manifest the chocolate. The divine, your higher self, knows there's a vortex with all your desires already in place. When you surrender, manifestation naturally occurs. But we need to surrender so deeply that even if the outside, the external doesn't change, can we still hold alignment and be in union with ourselves? Or are we going to constantly look and see if something changed? Because if we're constantly looking, then we haven't truly surrendered. So it is a cultivation. It is constant process of coming back and surrendering. Looking, okay, no, Riana, don't look. Accept the moment as it is. Coming back to the present moment. If that outside doesn't change, so what? You need to get to a point of radical acceptance. When you do that, it's the natural consequence of that is everything you desire.
Wow. Beautiful. I wish we could just make an online program right here and go into it, because it's one thing that I understand what to do in a way and not doing, but it's another way to have some guidance doing this. So can you share a little bit about your work? How can you help people? Obviously, we've been speaking about my masterclass today. And if you're curious, everybody who's watching or listening on podcast, you're so welcome to join us in the membership. And then you'll get access to Riana's class and actually 50 plus other classes with handpicked teachers that I've handpicked for you. And can you share a little bit about also on your website, like what kind of services you provide?
All right. So I'm all about the path of embodied mastery. And like I said before, it's not now I have to do all these things. It's actually about doing less. It's actually about becoming your true essence. So I have many, many programs on my website, a lot of group. I have my own membership that I'm relaunching next month. But I have many classes. I work one-on-ones with people as well. And I have personal mentorships with individuals. So I have maybe a 3-month mentorship with individuals. I work with people on various levels. And you can find that all on my website. I also have my book and my new book coming out hopefully before the end of the year. You can also find me on Facebook, where I post my quotes and my daily teachings. Yeah, they there.
To watch the full video, click the link below, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel.